up 14 in the last. They were up 17, gave up 14 within the last couple of minutes.
Just about lost it anyway. I know that Tennessee one because there was a guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
All right, we're here tonight with the FMA Xfinity Series. We got 22 a day as a sponsor. Thank you, Sage Greco, for that. Shout out here tonight as we're here with qualifying right now. We see them all on board here, trying to go down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Goes Juan Subas. Hey, watch him come here off 4, back down here in the corner number 1. William Gay as your fastest right now. Mark Morton in second fastest. And him work there off the corner. You'll see I'm DQ'd. I should not have even been on the scoreboard, but somehow ended up there tonight. So, bear with us. All right, there we go. Sage Greco, your fastest with a 29.432. Ryan Peters on pit lane. See if he comes out. We got just a little bit of time left here, I believe. Not sure how much time's left. It does not look like Peters will go and qualify. as we get ready for the start of the race tonight. Beautiful day here at Texas. And we get everything set, ready, rock and rolling here. Ooh, that definitely, don't mind me, I'm trying a new candy here that I found, and it's a cold brew dark chocolate caramel, so definitely can smell the cold brew off of it. Call me crazy all you want, but I hate coffee. But I'll eat chocolate-covered espresso beans and stuff. Go figure. All right, Ryan Peters did come out and put down a lap in that number 5 machine. I see at number 5, Ryan Peters worked down through in the corner 3 and 4 again. Coming back out onto the front stretch. Laying down a time there. 30, or, scratch that, 29.930. Qualifying ended. We're getting ready for warm-ups. Ben Parson out there. And the number 33. Hey, good evening there, Chase. How's it going?
Good, how about you? Sorry, we're going to bring in Graham Connolly. The prestigious boss. Welcome, everybody, to the Driver Spotlight, and welcome to our league owner, Graham Connolly. How you doing?
Good, Chase. Thank you for having me. Quite a treat.
How long you been racing at FMA, Graham?
Since day one, December 2024, when the league was founded by Jamie Bray, my good buddy.
You're old. Good job. What's your plan for today's race?
Run the low line, look after my tyres, try and avoid any wrecks, and see how things pan out. I'm never too sure how things are going to go on the day.
Understandable. What do you do outside iRacing for fun?
Well, I'm very happily retired, so I spend a lot of time with iRacing. I love playing video games, eating my wife's cooking. But to be honest, yeah, the league takes up a fair amount of time, and when I'm not iRacing, I'm probably flying in a sim or playing video games like Hitman.
Sounds like fun. How much practice you put in before the race?
For this one, about quarter of an hour, 20 minutes, just to get a bit of feel, get some muscle memory going for looking after the Xfinity on this track, which gets a bit loose. Not a hell of a lot compared to road. Road, I'd be, an hour. This is like 10 minutes and I'll get feel going.
Yeah, it's pretty much about muscle memory here. How would you describe your driving style?
That's a tough one. I kind of do what Justin Yee does. I got coaching from him. I've only been doing ovals less than 2 years, so it was a very new thing for me. I kind of pace myself and just make sure I'm managing the tyres. I did get some advice from Sage on I need to push it a bit more on exits. So I'm always learning, which is a great thing about this hobby.
Yeah, it's always room to get better. Do you have any rivals at FMA?
Oh, look, the guys who are around my ability, we've got tiers of speed. So I'm always trying to beat guys like Ryan and Matt and Ben, and if I can get a top 5 here, I'm pretty happy. We've got a lot of good drivers here, so I just try to sort of keep my head down and do my thing, and it usually works out.
Yeah, you've definitely gotten a lot better recently, for sure. What's your favorite track?
Old Texas, baby. That's why we're doing it tonight, because that's the track that after I got coaching from Justin, it was ARCA that week, and then I started winning a bunch, and I really got good at it. So I've got fond memories of it because it's the first track where I felt like I knew what I was doing in officials.
All right, man. Sounds good. So good luck tonight, and hopefully you can talk to Adam after the race.
Thanks, Chase. I'll see you on the track.
No problem, man.
Sorry for that. I think we lost the mic a moment. But we should have the mic back now. Hopefully. So we'll see here as they work through turn 3 and 4. Not hearing anything. Come on there, Mike. There we go. Now we got it. Green flag is out. Sage Greco down there in the car number 17. Your fastest driver so far. He's working down there in the corner number 1. There we go. Side by side there with the 1 of Mark Morton there in second now as that inside lane gathers speed. And up there off corner number 2 down that back straightaway. Sage Greco out front. As you're on board with him down there in the corner number 3. With Mark Morton right there behind him. William Gay there in third. Chase Matsko still sitting there for it. Ryan Peters Smith as they work it on out through here. Well, there you see Matt Mars back here in the 34. Graham Connolly there in the 71. The 21 there of John Dubai. I think he might have a slight connection issue as we got problems. Matt Mars going around in that 34. We'll take a look at it here in just a quick moment. And see them coming off there, and they just get together up there on the top side. Comes down, collects the 3 there. And you see them there end up getting collected. That's John Dubai. There you see John Dubai up there in the top. Matt Mars in the 34. John Dubai come down into the 3 of PJ Wetland. I don't know if that was net code there or not. Let's take another quick look at it here. Might be. We'll see here. We got a few different views here. We see the 21 coming down. And yeah, man, they were going to touch either way. But there is daylight there, but they were going to touch. As you see, the 34 gets pushed around there. Then Dubai comes down, collects the 3 of Wetland. Down there across the bottom. And off. So that'll do it for that accident there. We'll see how this goes here in just a moment. We see we're on board there with Matt Mars. On board with Chase Matsko. Good evening there, Matt. How's it going?
I'm pretty good, Adam. How you, man?
I'm doing all right. You got any thoughts on what might have happened there under that caution?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like I probably came up into John a little bit. I was more focused out the front end than watching the mirror there, and probably screwed us both up.
Well, I mean, a tough break, but at least the car was fixable when you're back out on the racetrack.
That's right. Well, I've got about a minute worth of damage. I screwed up right here and forgot to click my tires off, so I'm not going to get any of it repaired. And I wasted a set of tires, so we got that going for us.
Oh man, you're really behind that 8 ball tonight.
Yeah, that's what I get for jumping in last minute and no practice. But yeah, hopefully we can recover from it. I managed to stay on the lead lap, and I'm hoping maybe it's just mostly cosmetic. And with a minute, there's not a whole lot that they're going to do mechanically to the car. The steering wheel's still straight, and everything's pointing like it should. So I think we're going to be all right.
Well, from up here in the booth, if it's any consolation, I'm not seeing any damage on it that should be hindering too much here in Texas.
That sounds great. What are we looking at? Nose damage, probably a little bit of right rear?
If I'm seeing any, it's very minor.
Sounds good, buddy. Well, hopefully so. We'll see how it handles. I'll kind of hang back and not risk wrecking somebody out here. But, yep.
All right, well, it looks like you're about to go green there, Matt, so good luck to you.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you.
All right, that's Matt Mars. They're collected in that caution. As you see, he's still out there running. As you heard, he had some damage on that car. I think he's got some of it fixed. Unfortunately, ended up going through a set of tires that he didn't need to. I almost wish iRacing would fix that to where we could have, where you could throw a set of older, less used tires back on the car. I mean, you're not really gaining anything, you know. I don't think anyway. But in case an instance like that where you accidentally change the set, you know, then you have that ability to throw that set back on. But that's just my thought. I don't think it's feasible with the gaming engine or the game, you know, the simulators engine, whatever you want to call it. But you know, it is what it is. Mark Morton out here in third. Right there behind William Gay as they head there into corner number 1. Sage Greco out front. Ryan Peters there for it. Jake Matsko sitting here in 5th. We got basketball wars going on here between him and Ryan Peters. As you see, those cars are basketball themed as they roll down here in the corner number 3. Who's it going to be? You got Black Mamba out there for Ryan Peters. And I'm trying to figure out who we got there on Chase's car. Looks like Molo. There they roll off the corner. Everybody looking good so far. See, there, Ben Parson dropping down there to the inside. He's looking to see if he can get around Ryan Peters and does so. And you watch him coming there off the corner number 4, back down here into corner number 1 and 2. And you see there the 8 of Nigel Steely working there on the bottom, getting around Ryan Peters. Nick Tucker as well in that number 49. So Ryan Peters falling back a little bit here as they work off the corner. Great job so far by these drivers. And they head on out there. And you see them work down here through turn 3 and 4. Sage Greco out front. William Gay in 2nd. Mark Morton in 3rd. As you see them all running down through the front stretch right now. There you see the 8 and 49 battling it out as you got Nick Tucker there in 6th. Nigel Skilly now in 7th. And they roll it on down back through the back stretch. In the corner number 3, here at lap number 11 of the 75. Hey, see, that's Cigar Time Lounge, number 33, Ben Parson working there in 6th. Nick Tucker there in 5th. Chase Matsko 4th. As you got them front 4 back out there, kind of where they started. You're on board there with the 8 of Nigel Steely. Yeah, you got that Red Bull WeatherTech machine working down through the front stretch. Right behind him, Ryan Peters. Then you got Matt Mars working his way back up through the field. As you see, he's there in 9th. You got one there behind him in that number 4 machine. As they worked on down here in the corner number 3 and 4. One going to the inside. Look out. Mars up there against that outside wall. As they work there off the corner. Nigel. Graham Connolly getting underneath of Mars now. Now Connolly sets his sights there on 1 if he can. As they run down through there off corner number 2, down the backstretch. Lap 14 here on the board. Wetland down there on pit lane. He's got damage out of the right front of that machine. Coming down there through turn 1 and 2. You see William Gay there coming off in that car number 75. Right behind him's Mark Morton. Jake Matsko there for it. Nick Tucker 5th. Ben Parson back here 6th with Nigel Skilly in 7th. Ryan Peters 8th. 1 there in 9th. Graham Connolly rounding out your top 10. Matt Mars, he was making some headway. Now he's ended up falling back once again. Head down here into the front stretch. Mars into the outside wall. He got maybe a little bit of damage there on the right front now that I might not have seen before as he's caught the wall a couple times. There's him. Oh, big hit there back there. That was the 49, and Nick Tucker taking a good hit to the outside wall. Coming there off of 2. You see, that's the Super Mario Brothers coming there through off of corner number 4, back around here onto the front stretch. Head on there in the corner number 1 and 2. Ben Parson there in 6, looking for his chance to strike. Down there off of 2, down onto the backstretch. William Gay out there in a second. Sage Greco, he's got himself a great race going on here tonight. He's up here in the front, leading the way. William Gay there in second. Mark Morton there in the third. Chase Matsko in the fourth. Nick Tucker back here fifth. And say, oh, he's got company. Getting underneath the 49 is Ben Parson. Nigel Skilly as well getting underneath Nick Tucker. They're going to try to make a pass there. And if you're liking these camera reviews, thank the folks over at Track Cams, as you can find their links down in the descriptions, as there's the logo up there in the top right corner right now for Track Cams. Great job getting us the camera shots we need here for the broadcast. Definitely appreciate all the work they do to put into those camera packs, and if you ask me, they're pretty reasonably priced as well. So if you like the camera views, head on over to Track Cams, links in the description. Mark Morton there in third, Chase Matsko there fourth, Ben Parson there in fifth, and Nigel Skilly there in sixth. Now he looks down there to try to get underneath Ben Parson. Cannot quite get there as of yet, but looking there. Urban One is back here in 10th right now, rounding out your top 10 in that matter, as Connolly gets around him. As he worked there off turn number 1 and 2, down here through onto the backstretch. And he dives down a little bit here. Looking to see if he can get around here on there on the inside. Hey, coming up there, hanging on to 10th right now. William Gay still there in second with Sage Greco there out front. Morton there in a third. Hey, got Chase Matsko fourth, Ben Parson there fifth. Down there on the inside, that's Nigel Steele looking to see if he can get underneath Ben Parson as they head out here in the corner number 3 and 4. They got that Cigar Time Lounge up there on the outside. That Red Bull number 8 down here on the inside. Whoa, getting close there, coming through the tri-oval. Here at Texas, 22 laps on the board as they head here in the corner number 1. William Gay out there in second, still hanging on. They're out of Hobgood, North Carolina, as they head here in the corner number 3 and 4. There you see Chase Matsko out of Saxonburg, PA, or rather, Beaver County. Saxonburg is where he still calls home. He rolls down here through the tri-oval down here in the corner number 1. Them all storming down here. Nick Tucker back here in 7th. Brian Peters back here in 8th. Graham Connolly in 9th with 1 back here in 10th. Sitting back here in 11th at Matt Mars, James White. And a triple 8 machine coming through turn 1 and 2. That triple 8 National Guard machine. John Dubai a lap down up here in 13th. PJ Wetman there in 14th, going underneath Matt Mars. So Matt Mars off the pace right now. And I wonder if he's just trying to save tire to make it to the end. That can be a long race not having any tires left on that number 34 machine. William Gay out there in second. Mark Morton in third. Chase Matsko fourth. Ben Parson back here in 5th. Nigel Steele there in 6th. He's got Nick Tucker he's Nigel Steele. He's looking underneath Ben Parson. Nick Tucker back here in the 49. Just watching this action take place. There you see Mark Morton there out there in 3rd. Chase Matsko 4th. Nigel Steele there 5th. Up off the corner. Pretty good. Nobody took the wall that time. Graham Connolly back here in 9th. Out of Melbourne, Australia, our driver spotlight tonight. They're in that car number 71. William Gay, as we said, still running in 2nd. Morton there in 3rd. Matsko back here in 4th, trying to chase down Morton. They run down through the backstretch. Real tight back here with that 5 of Ryan Peters right there at the back of the 49 of Nick Tucker. They run through turn 3 and 4. Lap 27 of 75, so we're a third of the way through the race. Here comes Ryan Peters now to the inside of Nick Tucker, trying to make that pass. 2 Toyotas battling for position. That is, and those are the only 2 Toyotas out there in the field tonight. I roll down through the backstretch. Nick Tucker there in second. There you see Graham Connolly there in 8th. Up there on top, that's Sage Greco, and followed by William Gay in second. Chase Batsko and company back here. And roll down through the front stretch. There's Graham Connolly. Juan back here in 10th. Matt Mars rolling off a turn 4 now. Struggling here a little bit after getting into the wall. And I think he might have some tire issue as well. I think you see James White also having a little bit of problem back here in 12th. As they all come there off the corner, there's Ryan Peters in the 5. Working there off the backstretch in the corner, number 3 and 4. Looking there at Ben Parson. He rolls around there in 6th. Little loose there for Mark Morton as he's falling back here in the 5th. Chase Basco up to 3rd, Nigel Steele up to 4th. As Morton tries to hang on, here comes Ben Parson looking to the outside. And we're down there off of turn 2, down the backstretch, heading towards turn 3. And see, there goes Ben Parson underneath Mark Morton now. Sage Greco up there in front. William Gay there second. Chase Basco in 3rd. Those are your top 3. Here comes Nigel Steele though. He's looking at the bottom side of Chase. Coming there off turn 4 as you're looking on from Ben Parson. He, as the captain runs it down through the front stretch. Currently sitting there in 5th. Off the corner, down that back stretch, in the corner number 3. As captain pulls there out of turn 4, down through the tri-oval. Nigel Steele there in the 8th machine, sitting in 4th. There you're looking at Ryan Peters back there in 6th. Now he tried to get up there and battle it out. Once again, we want to thank Sage Greco for tonight's shout-out of 22 a day. Down here in the corner, number 3 and 4. Great job by these drivers so far. And roll it on out. Here at lap number 35. They work down the backstretch. Up there to the top side, Sage Greco. William Gay there in 2nd. Chase Batchko there 3rd. Ben Parson 4th. Nigel Steele there 5th. Ryan Peters there 6th. Nick Tucker in 7th. With Graham Connolly there in 8th. Juan Subas there in 9th. Matt Mars there in 10th. And I'm hoping I'm saying that last name right. I don't know if I am there, Ivy. Or Urban, I mean. So, Urban, if I'm saying that wrong, let me know. For me, it looks like Ron Subas. I'm not sure if that is correct or not. Thank you all for tuning in here to Fleeger Farm TV here tonight as we watch the FFTv Xfinity Series from Freedom Motorsport Alliance, otherwise known as FMA. Off corner number 4, then go down here into the front stretch. Yeah, you see them working here. Ben Parson down there to the inside. Sage Greco out there leading the way. You're looking here as Ben Parson tries to get underneath of Chase Matchko. Cannot quite get there as this battle really rages on here. Now Nigel Steele looks to the inside of Ben Parson. Working here through turn 3 and 4. Back out here onto that tri-oval here in Texas. Steele's looking, Parson looking. Everybody here in this group of 4 drivers and all looking for a way to pass one another. And whoa, get close there, coming down there into corner number 1. Parson getting underneath Matchko now as they roll up off here down the backstretch. And in the corner number 3 and 4. All right, here off the corner, you see the number 5 of Peters getting underneath Matchko. Matchko has fallen back there to 6th. Graham Connolly on pit road. Here comes Juan Subas as well. You see them down there on pit road. And we got to fix that there as well, so you can also keep track of who's on pit road and when. We'll get that figured out. There's still some tweaks and things here at FFTv that we want to do to our SDK overlays just to make things flow a little better. One of them, if you watch Wednesday night streams, you'll see that we already have the pit lane marker up there at the top. Here on the other thing we want to move the qualifying from down below. We want to move it up there to the top as well, up underneath that ticker, so everything's centrally located. That way it's not behind the driver's names no more. It's just some things we're working out here at FFTv to make things a little better and better viewing friendly here. Having worked there out of turn number 2, watching William Gay. Nigel Steele on pit road. Graham Connolly works his way off. Oh no, I guess he's still sitting in the pits. Chase Matchko is off. He's back up here in a bed. I believe Matchko came in. Yes. No, scratch that. He has not yet. I'm looking here at pits completed. Nick Tucker's come in. Juan has come in. Graham Connolly's completing his. John Devine has been in. Mark Morton has been in. Wetland back on pit road once again. Ben Parson brings it on in this time. He works down there on pit road. Getting service done. There you see Ryan Peters now up there in the 3rd. Sage Greco still hangs out in front. Up there at the top. As you're on board with Ryan Peters now down here in the corner number 1. And that Toyota Supra machine sitting there in front of Chase Matchko. The basketball war is going on right here. The 5 there of Peters and the 7 of Chase Matchko. And you see him work down the backstretch here. 45 up to 75 laps on the board. We come around here. Should be coming here to 26 laps to go. As he's one up there on the outside as Sage Greco brings it on to pit lane. There comes William Gay. He's down there on the apron. He's going to bring it another lap. Ryan Peters out there as well. There's Matt Mars. He's up there to fourth. Now, here's the thing to keep in mind. Matt Mars, remember, does not have the tires really to make it to the end, as they only had 2 sets to change. And he's kind of blown them there, so he's going to just try to ride this out another 26 laps, and where he finishes, he'll finish. I mean, he's right now still on the lead lap, so that's something for him. And he heads down here off of the corner, getting around Ryan Peters, and Sage Greco's got himself in the second right now. William Gay out there, down there on the pit lane. Sage Greco now rolling off of pit road. Ben Parson here in second. William Gay, as we said, coming down pit road. Mars somehow staying there out there in front right now for the Red Bank Rocket. Like we said, out of tires. Has to try to make it to the end. I don't know, does the fuel he have make it to the end? He pitted at his last pit lap was at lap 3, so I don't think Mars will have enough fuel to make it to the end. That'll be the question. Did he save enough? Could he get the 75 laps out of that tank? I don't know. That's going to be the question there for that 34 of Matt Mars. And we watch everybody rolling around here. 48. I guess I was wrong. It's not 26 laps to go. I can't do math in my head. We're here about 29 laps to go. Right, see, there's William Gay coming across start finish line. Currently, they're in 6th. Matsko there in 5th. Nick Tucker there 4th. There you see, Sage Greco getting around Matt Mars, retaking that lead. Mars sitting in 2nd. Matt Mars on the pit road. That's kind of what I kind of figured. He needs fuel to make it to the end. So he'll fall back through the field as he goes in to get some fuel. Roll here off 4 down through the front stretch. Sage Greco out front. Ben Parsons 2nd. Nick Tucker 3rd. Chase Matsko. There you just see him in 4th. Nick Tucker in Super Mario Brothers there in 3rd. Mark Morton a lap down and looks like he might be out. So unsure what happened to Morton there tonight. Morton is officially out. So unsure what happened to him, as we got Ben Parson up here in 2nd. One made his way up into 7th right now as they head down here into the backstretch. Nigel Steely there 8, James White back here in 9th. Matt Mars coming off of pit road after getting some fuel into that machine. Here comes John DeVay. And we see 25 laps to go for Sage Greco, Ben Parson, Nick Tucker, your top 3. Jake Matsko trying to get up there to Nick Tucker if he can. Now they work there off the corner. And see, whoa, boy. Getting tight up here, as we see William Gay in a 75 trying to get up there. Jake Matsko getting around Nick Tucker. And roll there off the corner. Heading off. Great job so far for these drivers. And they man on out here in the corner number 3 and 4. There you see Matt Mars there. I'm sorry, William Gay there, trying to get up there to Chase Matsko. Sorry, wrong car I was looking at. 22 laps to go. Of course, Sage Greco, he's leading the way. Look out, here we are down there on the inside with William Gay, trying to find his way to get underneath Matsko. Looks like he's there down the backstretch. William Gay looking to get up there into third. Has third for the moment as Matsko's up there on the top side. Out of turn number 4, heading into the tri-oval. 21 laps to go. I want to thank everybody sticking it out here with FFTV tonight. Yeah, as you see there, we do have a tip jar here with FMA. Down there in the bottom right-hand corner. We definitely appreciate any tips. Whether that is, for the tip jar or even tips just how to make the dang broadcast better, we appreciate any tips of any nature. Just to make your viewing pleasure even that much more exciting here at Figure Form TV. Hey, this Sage Greco out there. He's got that 22 down there on the back quarter panel. And it is kind of a shame. And if anybody's curious what the 22 is, why it's 22 a day or Mission 22 or what that 22 really is on the side of that machine, they have figured it out statistically that there's 22 veterans a day that we lose to suicide. So, that's too many. We need to try to curb that to make it a smaller amount and hopefully one day eradicate it. And let them veterans know they're not alone. There's people they can talk to. They're not alone. And see them roll down here through turn 3 and 4. Now we're back here in 1 and 2 with Sage Greco. Coming up there to 1 as he ends up a lap down back here. Hey, Sage Greco out there in front, leading the way. 18 laps to go. Mars up there against that wall once again. And they headed on out through here. There you see one there. Sitting in 7th in a lap down to Sage Greco. Right, head down here off corner number 2, down that back straightaway. Up off the corner. Ben Parsons second, William Gay third, Matsko in a 4th. Now we try to keep an eye on the intervals to see where everybody is. Now we're trying to look there at Nick Tucker as he gets a little loose there. Out in front of him goes Ryan Peters. Looking back there through the back at Graham Connolly, looking to the inside there of Nigel Steele. That's not for position. That is just for a spot on the racetrack, really. Graham Connolly's a lap down there to Nigel Steele. Van Parson up here in 2nd. William Gay in 3rd. Chase Matsko back here in 4th. Brian Peters 5th. Rolling on out here. Wetland there on pit road. I don't think he's ever come off a pit road. Yeah, he pitted back there. Yeah, 15 minutes ago. 14 laps to go here at Texas as William Gay's there 3rd. Ben Parsons 2nd. Sage Greco up here in front. Down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Working there off the backstretch. Stands are packed here tonight for the FMA FFTv Xfinity Series. They roll out here. Down through in the corner number 1 goes Ryan Peters. I see Chase Matsko back here in 4th. Up off turn 2. Now we try to find the most excitement there on the racetrack. Here comes one getting around the lap machine of James White. Working down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Here with 12 laps to go for Sage Greco. Now you see Matt Mars just ahead of 1. He's in 10th position. Nigel Skilly ends up a lap down. Or is a lap down either. Hey, look there at the 6th place driver of Nick Tucker, driving at number 49. They then work down through there on the backstretch into corner number 3. 1 there in 7th. Up there in front, Sage Greco. Ben Parson there in 2nd. William Gay in 3rd. And that looks like one got a little loose there coming off the corner. Nigel Steele there in 8th. Up there at the top side, here comes John Dubai underneath them, taking that spot away. Now you watch him come down through the front stretch into corner number 1. 9 laps to go for Sage Greco. Now you see him roll off there. Ben Parson in 2nd. William Gay there 3rd. Jake Matsko 4th, but Ryan Peters 5th. Off turn number 4. There goes the 49. Of Nick Tucker. There you see John Dubai. Right there, and behind him is Graham Connolly. Seven laps to go for Sage Greco. Looking there at John Dubai. He tried to get up there and maybe get around the 49. He is a lap down there to Nick Tucker. At least 1 lap down. I see he works there to the inside. Nick Tucker trying to hold him off. You're now on board there with Nick. There goes John Dubai down there in the corner number 3 and 4. And work up off. And we got 6 laps to go for Sage Greco. Down through the backstretch into corner number 3. Coming back around to the front stretch. 5 laps to go. That's Sage Greco's come across the line already. There you see Graham Connolly, lap down here to Nick Tucker. Down there on the bottom side. Work there off. I think Connolly is 2 laps down. Let's see here if I can find laps. No, scratch that. Connolly is many laps down from what I can see. White's 2 laps down, Mars is 3, Dubai 4. Connolly there 13 laps down. Not sure what happened there to Graham. Morton out, Wetland out, and then I'm your broadcaster, so obviously I'm out. I'm up here in the booth. 2 laps to go for Sage Greco. He comes there out of turn number 4. Final lap here for Sage Greco. I'm sorry, 2 laps to go. Sage Greco here coming out of turn number 4. Back out here onto the front stretch. Now it's 1 lap to go. Sorry, we were looking at Ben Parson there when I was trying to call it. There you got Sage Greco coming here through turn 1 and 2. Down that back straightaway. That ZYN sponsored machine with a 22 on the back quarter panel. Working here off through turn 3 and 4. Sage Greco, final time across the stripe. He will get the win tonight in the FFTv Xfinity Series from FMA. Ben Parson coming here out of turn 2 now. He comes up. He'll get the win. Or, I'm sorry, he'll get second place. Sorry, Sage Greco's got the win. Ben Parson there in second. William Gay coming across for third. Chase Matsko, he'll get fourth. Ryan Peters here fifth. Waiting on the rest of the field to finish here, so we can get a the race up here. It looks like we do have our race results. Everybody has finally come across the line. There's your race results tonight. Here this 12th of October, 25. Sage Greco getting your win. Ben Parson there second. William Gay third. Jake Matsko finishes there fourth. Ryan Peters there fifth. Dick Tucker sixth with Juan Subas there in seventh. Nigel Steele there at 8. James White in 9th. Matt Mars there 10th. John Dubai in 11th. Graham Connolly there 12th. Mark Morton there 13th. PJ Whitland in 14th. That is your finishing order there tonight. All right, now we'll get with our winners here. And we'll get with William Gay first, if we can. Good evening there, William. How's it going?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fairly well. How do you think Texas treated you tonight?
First, before the pit stop, I was doing pretty good. That second set of tires, I was just trying to catch Ben, and I couldn't catch him, so I lost the front end on it a couple times, smacked the wall, so I settled for third. Try not to push it a little bit too hard after that.
Yeah, them walls, they come up quickly here tonight, don't they?
Yeah, I smacked it twice. Smacked it before the before the pit stop, and I just grazed it. But the second time I hit it, I probably did a little bit of damage to my car, but not enough to give me an X or anything. But I know I did some damage.
You did a great job. Yeah, got up there, got third. I didn't quite look at the points yet. How do you think this will help you out in the point standings?
Well, after Talladega, I think it'll help me out a whole lot. Had a bad Talladega race there at the end. We all wrecked and pushed me down the points a little bit. But I think tonight, finishing third, will push me a little bit further up front in the points. So I'm pretty happy with it.
Well, there's a 5-point spread between you and Nigel Steele, who's currently second in points. So it's going to be interesting to see how the points get flip-flopped after this race tonight.
Yeah, man. I don't know if anybody has anything for Sage. He's tough. The only way I feel like I can even beat him on track would be to, do a pit strategy or something like that. But yeah, he's quick.
All right. Well, congrats, William. You got sponsors, shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting third tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank the league, man. I've enjoyed the past 2 seasons. I think I won the championships last 2 seasons, but I think I lucked up on those because some people missed some races and stuff like that. So, but I just want to thank the league for putting this on. I'm a league owner. It's hard to put these things together, so I just want to thank them for the admins for putting it all up together.
All righty, well, congrats there, William, and we'll see you in your next FMA race.
All right, brother. You have a good one.
So that was William Gay, our third place finisher. Now we'll get with the captain. Good evening there, Captain. How's it going?
Going good, Adam. How are you?
I'm doing good there, Ben. How'd that, you felt good out there in that Cigar Time Lounge machine tonight?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. Just kind of let the track come to me as much as possible. Didn't really have anything for Sage there. He had such a big advantage by the time the first pit stops came around, and then came out in front of me with some fresher tires and just outclassed us today. And, but good job to him. But our Cigar Time Chevy Camaro pulled out a good finish here. We're proud of that.
Yeah, he definitely looked like he had a great strategy there, getting that in and off pit road pretty well, and helping you get into that second spot tonight.
Absolutely, pit road, no issues, and we came down at a good time. Had to jump on a few people that I thought I might have gotten caught there by William, but was able to save enough for him before he got to me. So all in all, a good race. We just ran our race and let the chips fall where they may, and got another second place here in FMA. Still looking for that first points paying win. I've won a couple times off-season races, but still looking to get first for Cigar Time here in FMA.
Well, hopefully you can, and I know right now you're not in the top 10 of points, so hopefully this will help you out a little bit. We'll see if you can start climbing that ladder.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about the season as far as the championship goes. I've already missed 2 races. I might claw back into the top 5 if I'm able to hang around and run every race the rest of the season. But sometimes it's a big if, pilot schedule and all.
Understand. So, great job tonight. You got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank?
Just want to shout out Juan and Rika there, Cigar Time Lounge, downtown Dalton, Georgia. Everyone call them to get you some cigars ordered to you. They'll mail you your cigars, and got to be 21 years or older to order from them. But just want to shout them out and appreciate the coverage tonight from you.
Well, congrats again, Ben, for getting second place, and we'll see you in the next race.
Yes, sir. We'll see you then. Appreciate it, Adam.
All righty, catch you around. Ben Parson, you're a second place finisher tonight. I'll get with our winner, Sage Greco. Good evening there, Sage. How's it going?
Hello, Adam. How we doing?
Well, I'm doing really, very well, and you're sitting comfortable up there at the top of the standings.
Yeah, we're not doing too bad. I think I could take a week off, maybe.
You think you can afford to?
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely are someone to reckon with out here in these Xfinity cars. You did a great job, strategy-wise and everything, keeping that car up front tonight. Qualifying pole once again and not looking back. Great job. And definitely want to appreciate you also giving the shout-out there to 22 a day.
Yeah, good deal. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys going through that. Not sponsoring, but getting it out.
What's that?
I mean, not sponsoring it, but getting it out for sure. Pretty cool.
Well, definitely a great cause, and definitely would love to see that statistic kind of go lower, and hopefully someday we can get it to be nullified. Oh, you got any sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank there, Sage, for getting that victory tonight?
No, sir. That's all I got, man. It's a fun race. Had a good time.
Alrighty, well, congrats, and we'll see how it goes here the rest of the season for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, great job there tonight, and have yourself a great victory night, and we'll see you in the next race.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
That was Sage Greco there tonight. Great job, and thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching. We're going to go and head off here, and we'll see you in the next race, which will be tomorrow night for the FMA GT3 Series, brought to you by Regal Wraps and Designs. And then we got the Mellow Yellow Gen 4 Cups from FMA on Wednesday. And I know if anybody's been watching and curious about our other broadcast on Monday nights, because normally it's a doubleheader, that is Roughneck. They're not scheduled to pick back up again until November. We're hopefully going to be back there again whenever they do. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, everybody, for coming out watching the Xfinity race from FMA tonight. And you have yourselves a great and wonderful evening.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.